What's up, folks? It's Joe here. We are talking about cool stuff. And today we are talking specifically about something that I'm continuing from yesterday's video. If you watched yesterday's video, awesome. If you didn't, go watch it. I'll put it in the description below. And I'm chatting with you guys about a cheat code that I use to get myself out of slumps when I'm feeling rejected. For me, one of my main goals is content, creating quality content, building up a channel. Another of my quality goals is create a bomb-ass sex life and get my sexual needs met and meet cool girls that I like spending time with. Those are my two goals right now. And recently, I have had a string of rejections, like a long string of rejections, and gotten myself into a slump. Like, am I the problem? Am I not worthy of what I really want? You know, all these thoughts are going through my head and making me feel shitty. They're coming from shit feelings and then perpetuating those shit feelings. And it's no good. And sometimes you need a reset. And that's what this cheat code is. It's very simple. It's a reset. You just go to sleep, wake up next day, great. All right, bye. Nice to meet you, subscribe, all that shit. I'm just kidding. I mean, that is the cheat code. It's just I'm going to go a little bit more into it because I think it's kind of shitty giving you a 1.5 minute video and not explaining a little bit behind it, giving you a little more content, giving you a little bit more of Joe. Yeah. Last night I was feeling a little shitty. This is going to be released on the 27th, I believe. But this is recorded on the 24th, so that would be like the night of the 23rd. Feeling shitty as fuck because I had a string of rejections. I'll probably break that string later this week. By the time you see this, everything will probably be fine. But in the meantime, there are some times where you get a string of rejections. Whatever type, you know. If you're doing sales, if you're trying to get a girlfriend, or friends with benefits, or I don't like one-night stands, but you might want one-night stands right now. I don't know. Or if you're trying to find a nice apartment and they're all rejecting you, or if you're trying to find a loan, you know, there are a lot of things that in life you get rejected. Rejection is part of life, and it sucks so bad. I don't think anyone stops feeling the suck. It's just we get better at dealing with it. We get better at being like, okay, well, you know, that's a rejection, and I know what to do with that because, yeah, it feels shitty, but this shitty feeling is going to ruin my 5 minutes, but it's not going to ruin my day. Sometimes it builds up, though. Sometimes you get 10 in a row. Thankfully, I didn't get 10 in a row. But sometimes you get 10 in a row, and it builds up, and it is shitty as fuck. And you're in a shit mood, and you're trying everything you can to get yourself out of it, because you know this isn't a useful shit mood. As I said a few videos ago, useful shit moods, you want to sit in, and you want to allow yourself to just kind of go through hell rather than around hell. But some shit moods, they're not useful at all. They're just a shit mood that gets you further into a shit mood that is not useful at fucking all. There's no point in being in this shit mood because it's not helping you become a better person, and it's not like helping you detox from old shit moods. Sometimes it's like the shit mood is coming up from below and being like, ugh, and it's just you venting this like pent up shit mood from before. But sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's just you're just in a shit mood and there's no point and no use to be in it. And that's when you gotta do a reset. You gotta sleep. You gotta go to sleep. Take melatonin if you need to. If it's a fucking afternoon, you don't have anything to do. Take a nap. Reset yourself. And when you wake up, there's going to be a period of time where you won't remember what happened when you went to before you sleep. And there's going to be an effort. You're going to have an effort. There's going to be an internal effort to be like, oh, what was life like before I went to sleep? You're going to be in this daze, a little bit of a half woken, half sleep stage where you still have control over yourself, but everything's still a little dreamlike. And you're going to want to pick up where you left off, but resist that urge. It's okay to like kind of remember what happened, but you want to not, there's a reason you went to sleep. And if you don't do this right, you might wake up and be like, oh, okay, this is, you know, I feel good. Oh, well, what was going on before I went to sleep? Oh, fuck. Oh, man, yeah, I forgot about that. Like, I'm in such a shit mood because, like, this, and this. And now I have to be in such a shit mood because I'm remembering it. And and I'm not stopping the train. See, your mind's kind of going on a path during the day, and then when you go to sleep, the train stops. It's still pointed in the same direction, but it stops. When you wake up, they start feeding the train's engine. It goes chugga 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 chugga, and it's starting to go slow. But you have time to turn the train before it gets really, really far. And so all you have to do is point the train in the right direction while it's still going slow. Train's still going slow. You just gotta point it. You just gotta think the thoughts that are gonna help you. And I know that sounds like really fucking weird, but what I mean by that is like, ooh, sun's coming out. Everything's getting brighter. What I mean by that is be like, oh, okay, well, what do I want to achieve today? What do I want to think about? Like, what are my goals? What are the things I'm striving for? For me, striving for the girl that's going to be there with me and chill with me. And, you know, last night I was thinking about all the girls that were rejecting me. I was thinking about all the reasons I couldn't get girls, all the reasons that maybe I need to, like, lower my standards, lower my expectations. But when I woke up, I'm like, okay, so, like, I could think about all that, but... And I'm remembering that this is what I was thinking last night, but I still had enough time to be like, you know what? What's an image, what's a blueprint of what I'm actually looking for? Not what I'm looking not to get, what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? And I'm like, okay. What I'm looking for is a girl that I can just chill with, fuck like bunnies, and then go out and have something to eat and just chill. I work on my shit, she works on her shit, she goes out and does her own thing, I go out and do my own thing, but I come back and she's there for me, and she's available emotionally. She doesn't play games and make me like try to make me feel like, oh no, I don't know if I'll be there for you. Like, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. I hate that so much. And then like, it's very clear that she wants me. It's very like obvious. She doesn't make me like wonder, and that I don't know. This is something else. She's supportive, you know. And I've had girls like that. And I just, you know, don't have them now because of whatever reason. Because I really haven't been focusing on it. Even when I had them, I wasn't focusing on it. I was focusing on not losing them, which was you know, you're focusing on the negative, but you want to focus on the positive. And that's all I mean is point yourself in the right direction. Put the thoughts in your head that focus you in the right direction. Point your train in the right direction as you're waking up, because that's the most sensitive part of the time. If the train's already going, it's going to be hard to move the train. It's going to be hard to turn it because it's already going fast. As it's going fast, you want to point it in the right direction, and the best time to do that is right when you wake up. That's a cheat code I have for you today. It's really another way to say it. Another easy way to say it is set your intentions for the day. Intentions are just your direction. That's it. It's your direction. When you think you decide, that's when you're deciding of your actions. It's really about your actions, but your thought, it's like a really fucking good way to put it. If you are in a Calistoga wagon, the wagon. If you're in a wagon, if you're going to Oregon from the East Coast, you're going to Oregon or bust, California or bust, you're going somewhere in the Oregon Trail. You have a wagon, you have the oxen in front. You're not going to get there without the oxen. But you're also not going to get there without the person telling the oxen where to go. Now, the oxen are like your actions. You, in the wagon, with all your shit and your family, that's like your mind. That's like your thoughts. Like, okay, where is this whole thing going? If you're not there, the oxen are just going to, like, I don't know, they're just going to go somewhere. They're just going to run somewhere, and then, like, they're probably going to stop and, like, eat and then, like, wander. But they're also yoked up, so they're going to get all tangled and probably die. If you don't do anything, if you just kind of leave them there and they're not trained and they just kind of, like, freak out because they're tied up and they don't know why they're tied up, and then they're going to fall over each other and not be able to get up because they're tangled, and not be able to eat because they can't bend down because there's an ox in front of them. And the front ones are going to be able to eat, but then they won't be able to move because the ones behind them died. It's a really shit experience. You don't want to go to the Oregon Trail like that. So that's what's going to happen if you're not there to think the right thoughts, to put the oxen in the right position. And by that I mean, like, okay, what do I want to achieve? Let me do the things along those lines. That's you in the driver's seat. But you also need the oxen. You can't just be in the driver's seat being like, okay, we're going to go over there, and there's no oxen hooked up, and you're just standing there in the wagon, and you look stupid, You look like you're a crazy person just yelling at nothing to get you there. Dreaming about getting you there is not going to get you there. I talk about thoughts, but it has to be connected to actions. You have to have the guy in the wagon, and you have to have the oxen, or mules, or whatever the fuck you have. You have to have both of those. You can't just have one. It doesn't make any sense to have one. That's a really good fucking analogy. I'm going to use that. I might make a video about it. Just on that. Fuck it. I will. But first I'm going to edit these. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Cheers. Bye. Subscribe if you like it. Don't if you don't.